In this video, I'm going to show you a simple way to reduce the risk of sound annoyance in an adjacent room when you have, for instance, loudspeakers in room number 1, and then you have the neighbor in room number 2 who might be annoyed by the sound. So I've seen this case actually a couple of times in my career, and the solution is it's quite simple, but even though apparently it is often overlooked. So let's call that this is the sensitive room. And in here you have a noisy premise where they play music, and they have put some loudspeakers in this room. Could be a gym or something where they need to play music. And then you need to achieve some kind of certain sound pressure level here, so you get the feeling on the floor when if you have a spinning pass or whatever, gym pass. So obviously you're going to play a lot of loud music in here, and if you do that, there is a risk that the people in here might get annoyed. So, well, the solution is often as simple as, what if you could perhaps just move the loudspeakers to the other side of the room instead, like so. And then even if you maintain the same sound pressure level as before here, the sound pressure level in the receiving room might go down a little bit, and that could perhaps be enough to get rid of the annoyance. So it's not obvious that you always have to just increase the sound insulation of the separating construction here, but instead move the source away as far as possible, because you always have this behavior of a sound source that it makes a lot of sense if you just think about it for 10 nanoseconds. If you have distance in meter here and you have sound pressure level in dB here, and then if you're close to the source, you will have a high sound pressure level, and the further you move, the lower it's gonna get. Like so. And if you're in an enclosed space, a normal room, after a certain distance it's going to level out, so you get pretty much the same. Like so. It shouldn't go up. I'm not stable enough on hand. So this is what you'll see if you do measurements in a room. You measure like at 1 meter, 2 meter, 4 meter, 8 meter. Yeah, that's not a pretty large room though, a very large room. So maybe it'll flatten out earlier and so. But it doesn't matter for the discussion. The thing here is that these loudspeakers at first they will flush close to the wall, and that means that you're gonna insert a lot of energy that goes into the wall, and by moving it to the other side, maybe this is what's gonna hit the wall instead. And the dance floor in this case, in the middle here, well, if the distance to the loudspeaker is 4 meters or more, well, then it doesn't really matter. You're still going to get the same sound pressure level in the middle. How nice. So, very, very simple way of solving the problem. Well, and sometimes, of course, you have to increase the sound insulation of the wall also. But if you have this solution, that's the cheapest and most effective one. So perhaps you need to do a combination as well. And like I said, I've come across this situation a couple of times in my career, so it's not that uncommon, even though it might seem and sound quite obvious to you when you listen to this. And in today's video, I'm wearing a bright white shirt, put on some light gray pants again, and then I went for blue. So this feels like winter. This is basically the colors outdoors now when you go out on a sunny day up here in the north of Sweden. You got snow, and you got blue sky, you got the blue ocean, and then some green inspired from the trees. And in this green pocket square, you're gonna find colors of green. You're gonna get dark blue. Let's see if we can do it like this. Camera, please, autofocus. Yes, there. You can see you got the blue, dark blue jacket color is there, the white from the shirt is there, and there's some gray as well and some earth colors, and then you have green, and the green comes again in my eyes as well. So we got them all here, all the colors. So that's a really nice way of creating harmony. Have a nice weekend. See ya.